Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Remember to like, sub. I'm trying to reach 1,000 so I can get monetized on this channel. And it takes a few seconds and it'll help a great deal. Also watch till the end of the video, helps a great deal as well. So, Ezra Miller. Now, Ezra Miller is best known for his performance as the Flash in the various DC films, and well, he's okay, but in real life, he's a really dangerous person. The guy is clearly unhinged, has done a lot of criminal activities. You could read here. I won't read it because if I did, I'm pretty sure this channel will get another strike. I already got one strike. Don't need another one. That'll delete everything I ever worked for. But yeah, the guy, he's done stuff that would get any common person literally thrown in jail. Unless you have money and fame, you get cheat codes in real life. But it's just shocking. Like, the only thing I can think of why he's not in prison is because DC hasn't cut his contract, is because they've already cemented a deal, and the cost benefit situation of severing the contract along with all the production that's going on and all the changes at WB, they just can't afford it. Right now, they already have a turd at hand with the upcoming Aquaman film because Amber Heard is in the film, and we all know what happened with the Johnny Depp trial with that situation. So a lot of people are not going to even watch that out of principle. And not to mention, they've also canceled the DC Universe and are rebooting it with James Gunn. So any film watched now that connects to that previous universe, like Black Adam or the new Shazam movie, is completely just out of the water. There's no point to watch it. I guess you can watch it for entertainment value, but apparently they have huge cliffhangers and they're just not going to go anywhere. It's basically like playing to the end of Mega Man Legends 2 and then realizing Capcom kind of forgot about the Mega Man Volnot. Now, this is the article that really got me a little confused. The Flash production designer says audience will forget Ezra Miller's crimes. The Flash production designer Paul Austerberry believes the DC film will make the audience forget Ezra Miller's crimes and problematic behavior. Now, this must be like one of the biggest films of all. You can't read the whole title. There you go. This must be one of the best films of all time. Like the next Schindler's List, the next Marvel's Endgame. Like like it's I like it's almost like whoever this person is decided to say something without knowing the full story about whatever is going on. Like he's been living in a bubble this entire time, because I don't understand how you could say something like this, because it just makes you look so foolish to say something like this. You'll forget all the horrible things he's been doing once you watch this film, which is saying a lot. Now, I mean, it does get me hype. I actually want to see this to see if it actually if it doesn't deliver on that. I'm gonna get my pitchforks and torches and my laser beam from Mars and shoot down on the planet in order to retaliate for my lost time. Like, get that laser beam, satellite cannon, unless Kaiba sixes blue eyes on it. The Flash production designer Paul Austerberry believes Ezra Miller's. Oh, we already read that. Talking to CBC, Austerberry said Miller did such a superb job that people will forget all the negative press that the actor accumulated in the last couple of years. You mean all the crime? He stressed Miller's dedication. Did he admit to the crimes? Released an apology via Representative Augustin. They shared treatment for complex mental illnesses. Oh my God. Osterberry pointed out Miller had to play two different versions of the character, switching roles every few days. According to the production designer who won the Academy Award for The Shape of Water, Miller had only 3 days during the entire shoot. They filmed 6 days a week and spent one in stunt rehearsals. It has been reported earlier that Miller did his own stunts for The Flash. I don't see what that has to do with anything, considering that that's what actors do. Action movie stars have to do this stuff. Like, are you going to give me credit for posting videos on YouTube, or when I worked at my nonprofit and I did my reports, or when I made chicken orders when I worked at Popeyes? It's part of the job. Miller has a long history of run-ins with the law and alleged erratic behavior. That's saying very little. to, mitigate the situation, starting with an arrest for drug possession in 2011, which led to 2 citations of disorderly conduct in 2022. They faced multiple charges and accusations, including burglary, disorderly conduct, harassment, and second-degree assault. Again, all crimes that if you were not in his position in terms of wealth and fame would have put you in jail. The parents of the indigenous activist Tokana Iron Eyes accused the actor of grooming their daughter since childhood and filed a protection order against Miller. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. This film will make you forget that. Allegations of drug abuse, child endangerment, and harassment were also made in separate cases in Vermont and Massachusetts. Miller released a statement in August 2022 acknowledging suffering complex mental health issues and saying that they had begun ongoing treatment. Look, I understand if you commit crimes in the sense that you were not mentally there. I mean, it's always on a case on case basis. Like, for example, you started, I don't know, yelling and stripping in the middle of a Rite Aid because you didn't take your medication for something. I can almost understand that. Like, in that case, this person was mentally unwell, they didn't take their medication, and they just had a mental breakdown. I'm just giving like a somewhat situation that I would be more understanding that this person is not a danger to anyone. They literally just didn't have their medication, maybe give them a ticket or something. But in this situation, there were real people who were in danger, allegedly, and it doesn't look good. Despite Miller's legal troubles, the problems the Flash have been generating considerable buzz for months. A recent screening had participants calling it one of the best superhero movies ever. That, okay? Marketing for the films have focused heavily on Michael Keaton returning as Batman. However, Barbara Muschiani, one of the film's producers, insisted the Flash is still the center of the movie, with Miller being almost every scene. Like, let's finish it. Moreover, director Andy Muschiani recently updated audiences on Miller's progress, stating, "We're all hoping they get better. They're taking the steps to recovery. They're dealing with mental health issues, but they're well. We talked to them not long ago, and they're very committed to getting better." Miller's first feature appearance as the Flash was in 2017's Justice League, after cameoing the character in Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad 1 year later. While the initial theatrical of the Justice League received lukewarm responses, Miller's performances were generally praised. Yeah, I'm not going to argue against that. He was really good in Justice League, even though that film was flopping hard, and, it was a tragedy. I saw that movie in theaters, and I was just like, God, this sucks so much. But it doesn't matter if the film is so good. Like, you can't forget what this guy has done. He should face consequences for his crimes. Maybe I'm just being too much, I have too much hope, because I know how the criminal justice system works in the United States. It's whoever has the most money that wins, not who's in the right. But nevertheless, it's just such a bold statement. It's almost like it's like they were so disconnected between what Miller did and the film's actual popularity that they're going for a Hail Mary. Have to admit, it kind of works. And the idea that this article will likely generate a lot of buzz, I'm talking about it. I may be a small YouTuber, but I'm pretty sure other people are going to talk about this. But either way, it doesn't look good, especially if you know what this guy has done. Like, I'm going to state this before. If this was a normal, average Joe, like someone who does a plumbing business or, does stock inventory, they would be in prison. Like, with $100,000 bail bond or something. But this is just like, oh yeah, he has a contract with DC. Let's just pay the bill and let's hope that he doesn't screw us later. I don't know. I just feel really, really confused by this entire thing. And this does work. Like, Riot Games did a similar thing where they started releasing new content once all those alleged crimes were reported within their studio, all the sexual harassment things. Activision Blizzard did the same thing. They started releasing information about Diablo 4 and other upcoming content updates, World of Warcraft Dragonflight. So this is something that works. It does. They release good content, and maybe the film is really, really good. You never know. Aquaman, the first film, literally rocked everyone's worlds. Everyone did not expect it to be as good as it did, and it was. I saw it. I thought it was incredible. But, stranger things have happened. So tell me what you think. That's the end of the video. Remember to like, sub, all that stuff. Keep up with my content. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, and I'll see you all later. Signing out.